Adrianna then, for him to be saying that they are happy, that some of them that is over there, they are happy that Haley could come out and speak certain things that they cannot speak on because their freedom of speech.
Come down, no. Come down, no. You are come down, no. And me enemy a come down, no. Come down, no. You are come down, no. One by one, you are come down, no. Come down, no. You are come down, no. And me enemy.
Hey guys, welcome back to a next video. So as you see by the title down below what this video is all about, but before I get into the video, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on your post notification bell so when I upload a video you can be notified. Now I know guys, from the last video you guys saw that I am in America, and I have a lot of vlogs. Let me have them. Me don't know, me just not feel the urge to show no that part. Me don't know why. But I'm gonna get to it. Whether now, later, tomorrow, next week, week after, you guys will see them. But they are in my phone. And I want to say this. For the persons who always say, preach the word of God and this, that, da. I did a video. I went to a church while I'm here. And I video it and I put it up, and I don't see those persons commenting under it and saying amen, hallelujah. But as soon as I put out something that I see that is very important to put out there, we don't have something to say. So we want to comment in our church video. Where are you guys? This is to show you guys that many of you wish you could do this. Go behind a screen and talk like how I'm talking. And it hurts you guys to the core that you can't. And because you see that persons gravitate to this channel, we don't have a problem. Anywho, let's jump into the video. So this morning I was in bed and I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw this video that I want to share with you guys. It's about Haley and hold on, I don't want to mess up the gentleman's name. Haley and yes guys, it's Haley and Francis Michael Bailey. So I'm gonna play the clipping for you guys and you will hear, and as I said, we will come back and talk. All right,
what is going on? Oh, you're here, Francis. We didn't know you were there.
Good morning. How are you, Haley?
Oh, it's all crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone nuts.
It's gone mad.
Let me it's early morning for me. Give me a second. Let me put a shirt on so I can turn my camera on. Right. But I was scrolling and I saw you live. I'm really happy you're having a chance to chat. We haven't caught up in a little while, but I felt very disturbed by what I've been seeing concerning the case.
It's been immense. Like literally since the funeral, one by one, I've just been attacked. It just got to the stage where it's like, actually, at some point here, I'm going to have to defend my name because I've got other cases to work on. I've got other families to help. Last night, I was called every racist name under the sun. I was literally cussed out, called names. It was horrific. And I've woken up to it again. And it's like, you asked me not to cover the case. I haven't covered the case for a week now, and it's still going on. But I have to keep defending what's being said because it's not true.
Yeah. Let me start by answering your question.
Yeah, I would like to.
About the autopsy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the second autopsy request came from her legal team.
You did, right? Okay.
They came from her legal team because they realized that they were short of money. They didn't have as much of the funds as they needed to go ahead with the autopsy. So it was a rush thing because I believe Sir Brian and the guys were already in the US.
They were, yeah.
Good, and they were trying to do the autopsy, but remember they had done a first round of fundraising.
Yes.
And good. After that first round of fundraising was completed, I was informed that, and I came and I told you, well, they said some of the money went for the wake.
Yep.
Because they had originally intended to have a funeral. Mm-hmm. So some of the money was spent in the wake. They had other expenses. They were travel expenses going up to the US. They had legal fees to pay. There was a lot of money that was expended. So maybe 90%, 80 to 90% of the original fundraising total was depleted by the time they were in the US. So I got a call from the legal team. It was late at night, and we were basically told like we need to raise this money quickly in 24 hours. I think it was like $8,000, right? Good. So they said we need to raise this money really quickly. We're all in a panic because all of us were working to try and get to the stage where there was a second autopsy because we want justice for this little girl.
Yeah.
Right? So you're one of the people that I remember reaching out to in a panic because I'm like, because the problem was they said that they did not have enough money to pay the pathologist that was going to be doing the autopsy the next day. So now you've transported a body, you've got the family there, and all of a sudden they're telling us they don't have the money to do this. So I think it was Alana Trotz that did
She did the
second
GoFundMe.
one.
She did the GoFundMe,
right?
and then, yeah.
One did a GoFundMe, they had a Zelly or something. But I remember in that evening alone, right, you were the star of the team because you raised the most money. You raised about 5,000 quid or something.
$5,100, yeah.
Good. So you raised a ton of money that evening. I went and did a live Nigel. Everyone, all of us that were in the team went out there. We did live streams to encourage people to donate. And we also had basically the same script because they told us all the same thing. They need this money or the second autopsy cannot proceed. So you did a solid there, Haley, right? I would like to thank you for that. Okay. I want to also say that I've thought about it a lot. It's not that back up a little as well. I heard you say I've excused myself from the case. It's not exactly that I have excused myself from the case, but there's only so much I can manage at one time. So after setting up the group, there's the Justice for Adrianna group. After setting up the group, the team is working very well. I've taken time from that because there's general elections on the 1st of September. So I've been doing activism and stuff for the last 11 years, but I've not joined any political party until what happened to Adrianna Young. So I decided I'm going to join a political party and I'm going to try my best to get these guys out of office. So it may seem I've diverted from Adrianna, but that's the primary thing on my mind because I realized at some point there is no way we're going to get a proper investigation into this case if the PPP government remain in office.
100%.
Okay? What you should know and what your viewers should know as well is we do effectively live in a dictatorship where free speech is not guaranteed. It's our constitutional right, but it's not guaranteed to us. This government have troll farms. They pay hundreds of people to sit online, and half of the comments that you get that will be cussing you out are people the government are paying to do that. They have troll farms. If you see my block list on Facebook, it's hundreds of people long. Okay, before I started getting any relief, before you see your comments start to become normal, you will have to block hundreds of people, and that's good. So that's state resources. There's one political contender that the government have been paying about $600,000 a year to a lobbying firm in the US to pay congressmen to tweet fake information about this guy to say he's linked to Maduro. So don't think it's something exceptional in that regard. It is exceptional because it's devilishly wicked, but that's why you're being attacked. This person, Double D, these guys are related to people in the government. It's not a normal case, right? 1 second. Yeah, it's not a normal case by any measure. These guys are related to the folks in government. Many of the ministers are heavily invested in that hotel. That hotel was being primed for the oil and gas industry, right? There is no other hotel like that on the coast. Okay, that had the biggest investment. So the government are heavily involved. The police were there in the cover-up. If you would get attacked by 10 people for covering normal corruption, 1,000 are going to come at you for this because there's so many vested interests. Even given the fact that there was a murder there in 2012, I remind the viewers that they allowed that guy to go. The only time that was prosecuted was when the government changed, when the people were taken out of office. Then they collected the guy. It's like they knew all the facts, but they just couldn't arrest him when the government were in there. And as soon as they got back into office, they released him. Otherwise, yeah, we may never have got to a situation where Adrianna Young was murdered. And I don't care. I don't care. They've been arresting people, for suggesting things like this. They've been arresting people for public mischief and terrorism. Yeah? So I could get charged for public mischief for saying I think she was murdered. But I believe she was murdered. We're not stupid. This is gaslighting to the extreme. So what I wanted to say as well is just looking at this with an empathetic eye. Okay? So Brian, I should back it up. Tragedy doesn't choose its victims. Tragedy does not always select the most articulate, the most educated, the most well-balanced, the best communicator. Tragedy just chooses us at random. And wherever we are, however we have learned to communicate, that's just upon us. And my own reading of the situation, I've seen a couple of the videos Sir Brian has put out, and I think some of what he has to say and the way he has to say it is a consequence of his own upbringing.
Yeah, true.
Okay, it's a consequence of a culture, and this is a cultural problem of a culture that doesn't know how to communicate effectively and doesn't know how to phrase things. So it's a symptom of that, and it becomes even deeper. It's harder because I remember one of the earlier conversations we had when you told me that in most cases when children are abducted or go missing, that there is a family member involved.
100%. Yes.
Good. Now, that alone is something very, very difficult to process. That was something that shocked me as an outsider, right?
Yeah.
So I had to sit with that for a while. I really had to sit with that thought to imagine that a family member would be involved. And I double checked. I went and fact checked you. You were absolutely right. No, because it disturbed me so much. I was like, maybe Haley got the percentages wrong. Maybe she got the percentages wrong. And I went and double checked you. And yeah, I was even more disturbed that the statistics came back corroborating what you had said.
Yeah,
so I put myself in his shoes or in shoes of other people in the family. And, this tragedy has happened, and all of the attention has been focused on a third party. And then as the investigation unwinds, slowly it starts to move in a circle, and some of the people that were there naturally have questions asked of them. And in my opinion, if you've done nothing wrong or shady, or there's nothing to worry about, you should have no problem answering 100%. Questions 100%. And sharing your truth. There should be no hesitation or failure to recollect details. And it started making people in the family uncomfortable. And I had to think of it. What if my cousin? I don't have any kids. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But what if my cousin was accused of molesting my child or somebody in my family or being involved in their disappearance? I'm not saying Stefan was accused of molesting her, but what if someone in my family was linked? What if they were really close to me? What if someone started suggesting that my own mother was involved?
I get that thought.
That's very difficult for somebody to process,
of course,
right? But my view, and I think you share that view, being objective or trying to be objective, is that wherever the evidence goes, you must follow it. Wherever the string that you're pulling on goes, it may not lead into a pile of yarn that you wanted to be diving into in the first place, but it must be pulled. And you've been a valuable asset in this entire investigation, because there are some things you were able to say on behalf of the team here that we were not able to say because we could get murdered for it.
Yeah.
So I know that you're getting backlash from the family, but I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, those of us that have been working on the case really appreciate you, appreciate the service, because you did not have to. There's 1,000 other tragedies that happen every day. You've been one of the people. At the end of this process, you should have probably gotten like an honorary Guyanese passport or some sort of free pass, right? Because you've done more work than many of the people in Parliament have done, and put more time into this case than most of the people that are actually supposed to give a damn. All right. So I appreciate you for that. And I know there's a lot of people in Guyana that appreciate you for that.
All right, guys. So now hear that for yourself. And so basically, he was scrolling through his live and he saw Haley going live and wanted to jump on and talk about what has been going on for the past couple of weeks about Haley. And he has touched some very solid points that I want to say hats off to him. And you see, this topic has become so draining and everything, but seeing this, I just felt the need that I needed to come and share it with you guys, because this is how bad it is in Guyana. Then for him to be saying that they are happy, that some of them that is over there, they are happy that Haley could come out and speak certain things that they cannot speak on because their freedom of speech has been tampered with, and it could get them in prison, it could get them unalived. So he is glad that Haley could come out and speak, you understand, about what's been going on. And he also explained the money, you understand me. And he said something important. He said that we are fighting for justice, and everybody was at the talking about the double day owners and all of that, and then all of a sudden it shift from the double day owner, it shift from justice, and it gone to a third party, which is Haley, when Haley is one of the persons who made this case really blow up. You understand me? I haven't been following up for the past couple of days or weeks, but really now jump. So when I saw the recording, the live with them, I said I had to screen record this and go and give it to my people, because even though we are exhausted, even though, you understand, but we are getting clarity. And also he said, because remember, I know them, they are Guyana, you know, we know the day, we don't know how it runs. Some of you that is on this channel knows, but I don't know unless you guys tell us over here, you understand. And as he said, the PPP that is over there, until he comes out, there won't be any justice, because there was a situation where somebody was, I think something that happened to them, and there was no justice until the PPP came out. And then when the other government came in, then justice was served. And then when the PPP came in, then they take out that person. So a lot of things that we don't know, you understand. And I keep seeing Guyana persons coming under and really talking about these things, but hearing him saying it this morning, knowing that he is from there, like, it is really an eye-opener for me to get a full understanding of what is going on there. And then it brings me back into seeing why whether Sir Brian, all of them may be turning on Haley, but I don't believe they should be doing that, because they want to take the heat off them. And so maybe they didn't realize how serious it was going to get. And as Francis said, that, you know, processing that a family member of yours is involved in your child being unalived or sacrificed or whatever it is. He did not say that exactly, but I'm paraphrasing. You understand? It takes time to process it. You understand me? And so I understand, you know, but I'm just saying, I don't know what it is, why they want to turn now on Haley and say all of these things, which to me makes no sense, because we are here for one thing and one thing only, which is to get justice for this little girl. You understand? So I just saw this recording and I just thought to myself that I want to share it with you guys, and I am enjoying in. And I truly want to put out those vlogs. They are all over the place, but once we combine them together and we understand them and we maybe watch or skip through, I don't know. But yes, I am just here enjoying the moment, and I just want to leave this little encouragement with somebody. Live your life, enjoy life, because at the end of the day you only get one. I'm not telling you to go out there and become an idiot where you do things that you will regret, but make conscious decision. Sit down with yourself and think through your thoughts and see where you are and see if you are truly happy with what you're doing now, and just live your life. You don't have to have friends, you don't have to have family. All you need, maybe sometimes I want money, we can buy one ice cream, buy you a beer, buy you a pina colada, buy you a soft drink, something. You understand? Take a little taxi, go somewhere. Because I understand that stress is a silent killer, and it can do you so much in a split of a second, because your body does not tell you at times what is happening. There's just a switch that just click and just make things happen. You understand? If you're in a place where you're uncomfortable, where you're unhappy, step out of it. You don't business about people. This is not the time, this is not the season to be worried about what he's going to say, she's going to say, they are going to say. You have to understand that it is only one you, and you have to make you happy. Because whether you believe it or not, you have to make yourself happy first before you can project that happiness to somebody else. And so you have to take care of you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on your post notification bell, so when I upload a video you can be notified. Love you guys. Mwah.
Hey, you know, this is Richard Stevens, Tashel White Foster. Make sure you subscribe. That's where you get great content. If you check it out, you'll be blessed.